What's up, y'all? Let's talk about Richardson Security. Richardson Security was the biggest gang in the East Bay in the late 70s and early 80s. Okay, let me tell you guys what I know about Richardson Security, okay? I got co-workers that used to work for Richardson Security, and also got co-workers that was around during the time. They was bus drivers. They was around the time Richardson Security was in operation. Okay, Richardson Security was rewarded back in them days, back in the 70s, 80s, they was rewarded with a $2 million security contract for AC Transit, and it ruffled a lot of feathers, okay? A lot of people did not like the fact that a minority-owned company owned by a black woman had that much power and had that much money, okay? So, Richardson Security, from what I understand, specialized in extraction and keeping them buses rolling on time, okay? Which means if Richardson Security came out to a bus, it's a good chance somebody was gonna get their ass whooped that day, okay? That's the way them brothers rolled. They extracted you off the bus immediately, swiftly, quickly, so that that bus could stay on time, okay? Now, what happened was Richardson Security was rewarded this contract, okay? Then with the good comes the bad. With every reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction, which means there was a lot of lawsuits. Richardson Security had lawsuits up to here, you know, because they was, you know, they was rough. They was no nonsense. They would pull your ass off that bus in a minute. And so they ended up losing their contract, and AC Transit ended up trying to start their own police department. It didn't work. It was too costly. Then they went to Alameda County Police Department, and they went to Contra Costa. So from Richmond all the way to Fremont, you know, is covered by the police now. What Richardson used to cover, you know, and then they had, you know, they lost their contract because of, you know, allegations of misappropriations, allegedly. And that, you know, that's why the company ended up dissolving. The company didn't dissolve, but that contract dissolved. So what I know about Richardson Security on a personal note is that when I was around 12, 13 years old, I remember being on I remember this vividly. I was on the 82, 83. We got the 82nd and East 14th. There was a disturbance on the bus. I remember them brothers rolling up with them Novas and them burner gloves. They used to put them burners on, them gloves, them black gloves. And they got on the bus. Young man wouldn't get off the bus. And they told everybody to move to the front of the bus. They asked that man, please get off the bus. We need to, because they was gonna trespass him. He wouldn't get off the bus. And all I remember was them beating that man. They knocked him out. When they took that man off that bus, they drug him off the bus and he was snoring. And when they drug him off the bus, his head hit each step going off the back of the bus. And I was about 12 years old. I was like, damn. You know, I remember that was my last remembrance of Richardson Security. So, if you guys know anything different about Richardson Security, let us know. Put it in the comments. Let us know. You know, the information that I'm giving may not be right. I may be lying. I may not be telling the truth. Tell us your truth. Tell us what you know about Richardson Security and your experiences with Richardson Security. This your boy Marcus back.